What's going on YouTube? It's Joey back with another Millie Maker video for NFL Week 16 on Draftkings. In this video, I'm going to highlight two of my favorite stacks for NFL Week 16 that I like in large field tournaments. Two stacks that I think have the possibility of winning you $1 million. But before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're at 150 subscribers, so if we can hit that 160 subscriber mark, that would be absolutely fantastic. And then you can also help support the channel by checking out our two podcasts that we release. So we dropped two podcasts today, one on the 3-game slate on Draftkings for Saturday, and then one for the main slate on Draftkings for Sunday. You can find those podcasts linked down below in the description, so make sure you go and check those out if you want to hear our full thoughts and opinions for both slates. And then lastly, we are doing a giveaway on Twitter, which you can go find also in the description. I will link it down below. It's a giveaway for a free DFS Dose t-shirt and a signed Darius Slayton card. So go over to our Twitter at the DFS Dose. Check that out. It's the pinned tweet. A little holiday giveaway for you guys. But other than that, let's just get right into the video. So for NFL Week 16, we have a very ugly slate this week. There's not too many games that I find very appealing right now. I think there's one game that everybody is going to gravitate towards, and that is Kansas City and Atlanta. It's the highest totaled game. Obviously, we have the Chiefs, and the Chiefs always provide a lot of fantasy points, and we can expect Matt Ryan to throw the ball more than usual in this spot against Kansas City. But that is not how you win large field tournaments. You don't win them by playing the chalk game. You win them by getting different. And that is the case over the last 5 or 6 weeks. Some of the Millie Maker winning teams have been some of the most contrarian teams I've ever seen in my life, with total cumulative ownership coming in at less than 80%, 90%. So we're going to be looking to get off the board here, get kind of crazy with only 2 weeks left, trying to bank some of these tournaments. So with that being said, let's just talk about my first stack. And my first stack isn't really kind of crazy. I think it could be popular, but that is a Ram stack. So Jared Goff to Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and then you could bring it back with one of DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett. My preferred option would probably be DK Metcalf up at 7,800. But this is one of my favorite games to target that isn't the Chiefs-Atlanta game. Obviously, we know that the Seahawks have been bad against opposing quarterbacks and wide receivers, but that has kind of changed over the last month or so. They have been a pretty solid defense, but they have games against Washington, games against the Jets in there, Giants, Eagles, all teams that have struggled to throw the ball. So I think that's just kind of a who they play type of situation, not because they actually improved as a defense. So this is a clear-cut bounce-back spot for a Rams team that just got embarrassed against the Jets last week. So they should come out. They should come out focused. They need to win to try and make the playoffs. And it's a relatively cheap stack, especially Jared Goff. He's under 6K. Cooper Kupp is under 7K. And then you can get Robert Woods. Robert Woods has actually had a 28% target share, while Cooper Kupp has been under 20%. So I think Robert Woods is a better play, but I think Cooper Kupp has as much upside as Robert Woods this week. So those are the two guys I want to target specifically. But I don't mind playing Tyler Higbee at 4K. I think this is a good spot for him if you want to go there. Darrell Henderson is also going to be massive chalk, I think. Maybe not. I think he's going to be owned for sure at 4,500. And then you get leverage off of him by playing Goff with two of his receivers. So I like this stack a lot, and I think it has a lot of upside this week, to be honest. So this is the game that I'm going to be targeting in general to get off of the chalk Chiefs game. The second stack that I am going to be targeting this week is a Houston Texans stack. So Deshaun Watson, and then you can include Kiki Coodie or Brandon Cooks or even Chad Hansen, wherever he is on this list, 4,400. I think I'd be more inclined to play Hansen just because he's the cheapest. His role has been very consistent over the last couple of games, especially if Coodie misses. Hansen will most likely be an every down player. So I think you can stack the Texans for very, very cheap this week. And then there are a bunch of cheap bring back options with T. Higgins at 4,700, Tyler Boyd at 4,900 if he plays. If you're into the AJ Green type of vibe, he's 3,400. Stupid cheap. You can also include Jordan Akins in your Houston Texans stack, who is only 3,300. And I think this is just a good spot for Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense in general at home against a Bengals defense coming off, a huge win. And this is obviously a bad team. They're not good by any means, and this could be a clear-cut letdown spot for the Bengals. It most likely is. I don't think they're going to win this game. And so that makes me more inclined to roll with the Houston side of the ball in this spot. Deshaun Watson is just one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Period. He gets the job done even with a less than stellar supporting cast. So we know that he has 36, 27, 24 in his range of outcomes, even with the Texans missing some players on offense. So I like him a lot. I like the Texans wide receivers a lot. Kiki Coodie is limited. We'll have to see if he goes or not, but I like Brandon Cooks at 6,200. Chad Hansen has had a solid row, 7-7, only 3 targets last week, but caught a touchdown. Hasn't scored under 10 points, and I think he is one of my favorite tournament plays in general this week at 4,400. I don't think he's going to garner much ownership, so I like him a lot, and like I said, there are plenty of Bengals bringbacks. Preferred option would most likely be T. Higgins. Tyler Boyd probably won't get out of the concussion protocol in time for this game, but that's something to monitor. And the Houston defense is obviously a good matchup. You could roll with Gio, who is going to be chalk this week at 4,800, but in tournaments, I'm not really playing a bum running back who is going to be 35% owned. So probably not going to play Gio in this lineup, but I like running it back with a Bengals wide receiver. So this is the second stack that I like to get off the Chiefs and Atlanta chalk game. But I will say I'm going to stack some of these ancillary games, and then I'm going to fill out the rest of my lineup with players from that Chiefs game. I think that is the way to go in tournaments, just because Patrick Mahomes is going to be so chalky. Tyreek Hill is going to be chalky. Travis Kelce is going to be chalky. Maybe even McCole Hardman is going to be chalky. Calvin Ridley should have some ownership at 8,500. So I think this is the way to go in tournaments. You stack other games and you fill out the rest of your lineup with pieces from that game. Since that is clear-cut the best game on this slate, only 10 games too because of the Saturday slate. And yeah, it's just ugly out here. So hopefully you guys play these stacks because they are going to smash this week. But that is going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also comment down below your favorite stacks or any questions you may have for DFS this week. I'm recording this early Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas to all of you guys if you're watching this on Christmas or Christmas Eve. Hope you get everything that you wanted, and just go and spend time with your family. You shouldn't be watching this, but you should. But Merry Christmas, everybody, and you can check out our podcast on any podcast platform. Links down below in the description. Make sure you guys check those out. That is it. Have a good one. Happy holidays, everybody. Peace.